Good morning, fellow humans. Today I am joining you from the crepe myrtle tree outside school because I want to show you where I park my truck. I park my truck right here. You can notice that it is an old crummy truck, but it's got lots of interesting hiking and backpacking and caving trips under its belt. So, it's earned all those scratches and scrapes. I park, you can see where the school is from where I park, and where the field house is, and where the stadium is. And the reason I'm showing you this is because a lot of times I bring interesting science stuff to school, but I leave it in the truck because it's heavy, or it's big, or there's a lot of it, or whatever. So sometimes I send people out to my truck and I say, do you want to get out of the room for a minute? Okay, hey, will you please go to my truck and grab something? So this is what my truck looks like, and this is where I park it, just so you know. So today, the big science news in Arkansas is that there was an earthquake on the New Madrid seismic zone. And it was like a 3.9 earthquake. Yep. The center of it was 2 miles from Marked Tree, Arkansas. This was not a big earthquake, but it's in a place where there have been big earthquakes. In 1811 and 1812, there was a series of earthquakes, some of which, according to the best anyone can figure out, were around 7.7 on the Richter scale, which is the worst earthquake anybody in the United States, east of the Rocky Mountains, has ever recorded. Now, we say it was about that. Why? Well, 200 years ago, we didn't have the kind of sophisticated earthquake recording and analyzing equipment that we have now, right? I mean, 200 years ago, Marked Tree, Arkansas was maybe not the edge of the Western American frontier, but kind of close. So there, not only were there not any pieces of equipment to monitor or to record the earthquake then, or the earthquakes then, there were not really a lot of people around to talk about how severe the earthquake was. So there have been scientists and historians who have looked for accounts of interviews with people who lived in the area at the time. And they have put together, just through those eyewitness accounts, some information that tells us that, yeah, that's about how significant those earthquakes were. So why am I talking about this? Well, FYI, if you didn't know, we live in an area that could be affected by earthquakes, possibly serious earthquakes. It would just be like 2020 to hand us a good earthquake, wouldn't it? Now, it's unlikely that there's going to be a really huge earthquake on the New Madrid seismic zone anytime soon. And if there is, where we're situated in Little Rock is in a different kind of geology. So the effects of the earthquake would be sort of damped here. It would be much more severe in eastern Arkansas, Memphis, the Missouri Boot Heel, southern Illinois. We're not saying that we wouldn't feel it or we wouldn't be affected by it here in central Arkansas or in Little Rock, but it wouldn't be as damaging as it would be in other parts of the state. Okay, so that's enough about earthquakes. I've given you a little bit of basic information. More information is easy to find. The USGS is the United States Geological Survey. They always have good information up very quickly after earthquakes happen. They have really, really neat earthquake tracking stuff. Ooh, do you hear the thunder? They have neat earthquake tracking stuff. So if you're interested in earthquakes, USGS.gov is a really interesting place for you to go. And if you'd like some help finding interesting things about earthquakes, I'd be glad to help you do it. It's something that I think is really cool. And if you're interested, I'd be glad to talk about it. So the thunder reminds me to say that so my classes today, my physical science classes today, if it's actively raining, we will meet in my classroom. If it is just thundering or looking overcast or whatever, we will meet on the patio. Physics classes will meet in my classroom as always. So there's that. What are we doing today? Well, let's see. Physical science will be wrapping up our What is Science About discussions with some book work on what is physics, what is chemistry, what do those things tell us about the world. We will be using Schoology starting today, so we'll take a little time to get used to that as well. AP Physics 1 will be working on kinematics. AP Physics 2 is starting a unit on fluids. Kaylin's class needs to be working on the ruler game. Show me how well you do. Set it for whatever you want. Remember that you want it to be challenging but not frustrating. You want to learn something but you don't want to get mad at it, right? So change the settings if you need to. Screenshot your best score today and email it to me. I'm really interested in how well you do. I think that's it for the day. It's about 8 o'clock, so I need to head inside. I hope you have a good day. Learn lots. Have fun. I'm here if you need me.